Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't been paying attention, it's been free agency time, and our Washington Commanders have been some busy bees, haven't they? And guess what? We're going to give you all the coverage and all the summary about it for the past couple of days coming up next.
Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is March 16th. We just had daylight saving time, so I think we're all a little weary with the time change. You know, most of us lost an hour. You know what I mean?
No. I like later sunset.
It
dark at 5 o'clock bullshit I'm over it. 40 years of this.
It's bringing a sense of normalcy back into our lives, and that's why we do it here. I know not everybody does it, but we're here. That was your boy Phil on the intro. I'm Steve. We have Dev joining us. Dev, you with this, man? Let me hear an audio check. You got it?
I'm here.
All right. Good to hear you, man. Good to hear your voice. Good to see everybody. Yeah, free agency. We're calling this one When Players and GMs Swipe Right. That's right. This is episode 189 for us. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, free agency has begun. But breaking news before we do that, I do want to hit on one quick thing and show you guys. It just kind of broke before we started the episode. The Snyders allegedly have cleared out of the Commander's facility, and there's a belief in the building that a sale is imminent.
What? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it just broke. So this is probably Florio. I didn't open the article. It's probably him.
Florio.
We've been thinking this is happening. There's been a lot of rumors.
What's Florio going to talk about when Dan retires? When Dan leaves the Washington?
How much he hates football.
Man.
He'll find something else.
What's Florio going to talk about, man?
I don't know.
His whole existence.
He's gonna get bored.
He's gonna advocate that we change the league to two-hand touch.
By the way, I like Florio though. I'm not hating on him.
I don't. I think Florio hates football. I really do. Because all he does is crap all over it.
It's hit or miss.
Say it with your chest, bro.
Hey, Terrence, Mean Green in the building. What's up, Terrence? We'll talk about your moves here you had on the Eagles here later on. Eagles making some moves, gained some people, lost some people. But that's what this episode is about tonight. It's about free agency. It's about free agency. It's destination Tinder is kind of what we're calling it, where players and GMs swipe right. So this is episode 189. Dan Snyder is supposedly, allegedly clearing out of the facility. We thought we just want to break that real quick because it might be true, it might not.
Because every other content creator will be on to give you their 15-minute blurb, but they're going to do it after us. Working people, we can only do this once a week. We're going to tell you this.
I'm pussy getting this people also.
It's right. I didn't say what kind of work we were doing.
Isn't it supposed to be 15 minutes or 15 seconds? I don't remember the rules.
My bad.
Not sure.
Pussy Willow fans.
Well, it's free agency. The Commanders have made a lot of moves. It's been some great signings, and what we're gonna do is just go over these here real quick, and we'll talk about the rest of the ones that happen in the NFL. But first and foremost, let's start with the Washington Commanders, and more than anything, the most important thing we'll talk about tonight.
Lamar Jackson.
Actually, no. Before we go into players, one more thing that we missed over the last week. Coach Matsko is gone. The offensive line coach, peace. Let go. Allegedly fired. And so I think real quick, let's talk about that. It could be Eric Bieniemy's first stamp of molding the offense into his. I don't know. I have my own personal thoughts, but I'll let you guys talk first. What do you think about this coach who's been with Ron since 2011 in Carolina? Has been his O-line coach. 11 years. Gone.
It's the Eric Bieniemy show.
Yeah.
It's Eric Bieniemy. He's going to pick the coaches he wants to be on his staff. It's the Bieniemy show.
Kind of refreshing. I'm glad that he's doing it. I really do appreciate that he is doing it. I think it shows a lot.
It shows that he's literally an assistant head coach. He's making moves. He's keeping the people he wants to keep. He's getting rid of the people he doesn't want to keep. He's going to bring in his people. Cool. Joe Gibbs. This is how Joe Gibbs ran things. He was an offensive guy, so he did not touch the defense. All he told the defense was stop him. And I think what Ron Rivera is doing is he's going to look at Eric Bieniemy and say, score points. That's it.
Yeah.
Rest is up to him.
That's the truth. Score points. Me personally, I think it has to do with scheme, kind of like the dinosaur mentality versus the latest and greatest mentality that Eric Bieniemy is going to bring to this team. But I don't know. I'm thinking I might talk about that offline. Maybe do a quick little monologue. Give myself 5 minutes with the mic. So maybe I'll save that for later. All right, moving on to free agency, because that's the reason why we're here, right? Daron Payne the man. First and foremost, Marcus Edlin, what up? Thank you for joining us. Joe
Marcus, darling.
From YouTube said he has done nothing to improve the line since Ron took over, and that's the truth. I don't.
But
think
has he though? Line. Has he not? I mean,
what is that?
2021, we had the 6th rated offensive line or whatever in the league.
Did we have Sheriff to contribute to that?
Yeah, and a healthy.
He was hurt half the season.
And Roulier though.
And Roulier was hurt half the season. And we had that kind of a rating with a lot of injuries in 21. Now we couldn't sustain it in 22, but you were also running it back with a couple weaker players for sure.
Joe says Ron has let go. He needed to do so. I like the move. I
like the move too because I didn't understand be given this much power to be given that much power.
I didn't understand the Larson move. Why bring him back?
Hold on, Dev. We're gonna talk about Dev.
We're gonna
talk about that. We're still talking the coach move.
Okay.
Still talking coach move. We'll get to that. What did it do for us? I think it's going to enable Eric Bieniemy to bring in whoever he wants to run his style of offense. If you just look at the two offenses that Coach Masco has been in his time with Ron, it's been an Air Coryell offense.
Facts.
That's what it's been. The linemen are supposed to hold their blocks longer.
Mm-hmm.
If he brings over Bieniemy the West Coast linemen, they hold a quick block and bam, play over.
It's very much instead of the idea of bringing that man into your chest and controlling him and riding him out at tackles and creating this big U pocket with the West Coast offense, you're still forming a pocket, but it's more you're trying to get the quick punch, right?
Yeah,
you want to pop that guy, knock him off his block, and just long enough for that quarterback to get those throws off. Because Air Coryell offense, the first look is always deep, right? That's not what a West Coast offense is. West Coast offense is much more predicated on the short game. Your first looks are either going to be, depending on the play, either medium or short. The long ball is your second or third read, depending upon what you're trying to accomplish. And different West Coast offenses do it differently.
Yeah.
Jonathan Williams got to be a West Coast nigga, man. He got to be right. It looked like his nickname was Loke Dog. Where is Jonathan Williams from, bro?
He's got chucks and khakis on underneath that.
Man, he's definitely got a Raiders hat t-shirt and khakis in his closet for sure, bro.
All right, let's talk about Daron Payne here.
Phil, now.
What did Daron Payne sign for?
Daron Payne signed for
4 years. 4 years, 90.
490, yeah.
4 years, 90 million. I think it's 55 guaranteed at signing.
Yeah.
Hot damn, Daron.
That actually is very incentive laden if you think about it. That means that he has to earn 35 million more.
Yeah, it's a good signing. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought I was going to play on the franchise tag like every other person in this team plays on the franchise tag. I think I have the Stockholm syndrome, so I just expected it not to happen. But we have 2 top 5 salaries on the defensive line. 2 top 5 NFL.
Jonathan Williams is from Houston, Texas. Basically.
Yeah.
Same
Dallas.
general.
He's actually from Dallas.
Yeah.
He's a maxi guy.
Right. Well, basically like a Bun B West
maxi
Coast
guy. Yeah.
Too short type. Yeah. Basically.
So what do we pay Jonathan Williams, Phil?
We paid Jonathan Williams. I'm trying to pull this up, but this spot track sucks, just so you know.
Struggling.
It is not pulling up anybody who was signed before free agency started.
That's okay. Hold
on. Never mind. It's
awkward silence. Well, we also brought back David Mayo, linebacker David Mayo, and Milo Eifler. 2 people that we probably could have did without either way. I don't think it would make a big deal for either of them to be on this team. It's not going to hurt one way or the other.
Mayo was a good special teams player. Milo looks like a linebacker. Like that dude's got massive arms.
He looks like the Tick.
He kind of does.
Yeah.
I mean
these were clearly depths.
That's the new nickname has been born. The Black Tick.
Because he's probably like the most built, just jacked looking linebacker that we've had since Monty Coleman.
He looks like Omni Man. That's what we're gonna call him, Omni Man.
He's got a bit of
that Davis Mills, Burton Hanks neck going on. I don't know if I like that on linebacker.
Marcus says Washington arguably has the deepest defensive tackle room. Allen, Payne, Mathis, and Ridgeway. Yeah, it's a solid 4. Hey, Obata's back too.
Yeah,
Obata, I like that dude. We'll talk about him.
Obata. Now I can tell you about his re-signing. F.A. Obata was re-signed for 1 year, $3 million. People, that's value.
The next 2 on the list, Rashad Wildgoose and Kaliki Hudson.
That first one's unfortunate.
Kaliki. Yeah.
Why did we bring back Wildgoose?
I have no
Somebody got to tackle in practice, bro.
Somebody's got to play the scout defense.
Right.
Somebody's got to draw the pass interference penalties in practice.
Dear Rashad Wildgoose, man, I don't think you're a bum. Phil thinks you are a bum, bro.
Outside of the fact that he's pretty good off the corner blitz, what does he do?
He is better than Aaron Colvin. Let's give him that.
Man, he has more interceptions than Aaron Colvin. I don't even know how many Wildgoose got, but if he has one, his career has been better than Aaron Colvin's.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Automatically. All right. Kaliki Hudson, another linebacker. So that's 3 linebackers they brought back.
Colvin got paid for the same amount of interceptions as us in the NFL, bro.
Yeah. You almost had more interceptions.
I almost had more interceptions than Colvin in the NFL. I was this close.
I was so close. I don't know where Aaron Colvin is now, but man, he stays catching rounds. Straight rounds. Just stay catching.
He catches those.
He catches those, but not interceptions. Hey, he did it. You can go on YouTube.
Jokes, nigga.
You can go on YouTube and find an Aaron Colvin highlight reel, and he had an interception in one preseason game. I think when he played for the Jaguars, if I'm not mistaken.
Practice?
Yeah.
Not the game. Not the
game. That's bad, right?
Practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to talk about practice, not the game.
All right. Nathan Gary, another linebacker. That's 4 linebackers they re-signed. 4.
Gary was extended, I think, at the end of the season.
Danny Johnson, also cornerback. We need the depth. Cornerback depth is lacking.
I'm fine with that because Danny Johnson's a good special teams player. Honestly, I wouldn't mind him returning punts.
Yeah. He can do it.
Nate Gary looks like a photo from someone's on America's Most Wanted Criminals.
Yeah,
he looks like he looks like Nate the Butcher Gary is on the loose.
Like he's on the run going west on I-66.
Right.
He's definitely lives on western side of 66 with that haircut.
Man.
That's where I'm at, and I know some dudes who look just like him.
He looks like he just says one word sentences, like get from away from like Like that's not a word. Like get from away from that car or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a word to him. Get from away from.
Yeah. Hey, here's a little bit of nugget knowledge. This is why I love having Terrence on this show. And Marcus earlier said, I think Juan Castillo will move from being the tight ends coach to the offensive line coach. And then bam, Mean Green, our fellow Eagles fan, comes in and said, I think Juan should move from tight end coach to O-line coach as well. He was Philly's offensive line coach in the past with Andy Reid. Eric comes from the Andy Reid tree along with Rivera, so it works out great. That's the model we've been talking about. If Andy Reid did it, Ron's doing it. And so I'm pretty sure the evaluation was there. So it could be internal promotion.
All the way down to the black quarterback, obviously.
Oh. You know what I found out today?
The wrong one, damn it.
Sam Howell is part Korean. He's a quarter Korean.
Sam Howell. If looking at him,
I told y'all, man. Look at his beard, bro. Look at his beard.
He's got, you can see it. You can see it like me, you know, Phil. Like you can just kind of see it. So yeah, I've heard on the radio that his grandfather was Korean. So
he looks like an anime character. Like, do you ever see like his lineup and stuff? Like, dude, there's no way this dude's white. His middle name is Devontae, bro.
Devontae?
Look it up.
His name is not Devontae.
Look it up.
I don't know.
Look it up. Samuel Devontae
I looked this up the
Howell.
last time he said this. I was like, that ain't it.
It's Samuel Devontae Howell, bro.
All right, now, Dev, let's talk about Tyler Larsen. You brought this up earlier. Offensive lineman. I think he's a backup center.
Yeah, but so is the guy we just picked up before him. Like,
I don't know why they brought Tyler Larsen back either. It could be a camp body.
Larsen actually played all right.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just why?
Why?
Like,
why?
Depth,
what is the point?
Depth.
I mean, I would say, do you really need like 3 and 4 centers? Yeah, I guess so.
We just signed like 5 linebackers. So
Chase is gonna play like 6 games every year. We know that.
Apparently
that
we
gonna
do.
play 6 games.
Yeah.
Schweitzer will play good for like 3 and replace for him, and he'll be out.
Schweitzer won't be here.
Cosme a flip flop from guard to tackle and be sorry at both of them. And Phil will defend him. Cosme.
Hey, what if
he was 0.1% away from being our best offensive
lineman. Didn't Jay Gruden draft Brandon Sheriff at right tackle?
Yes.
Did he not?
Yeah, but once he moved, he was good. This guy's not good at either.
He wasn't good at right tackle.
He's not good at staying healthy either.
He's not. I'm just saying if he might be better as a guard. He just might not have the athletic ability they thought he needed at tackle.
Well, what's neat, and we'll get to, is that we have some flexibility on the right side. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. F.A. Obata, defensive end. I love F.A. Obata. Was he part of the exchange program, or was he just a?
I think
he was.
I thought he was too.
I thought there was another Obata.
He just brings an energy that I feel like he needs more playing time, and he didn't get it. I don't know why he didn't get it, but when he did get time to play, he played well. So I think he
started a lot of games last season, not all of them. When they were bouncing around to him and James William Smith.
All right, free agents. Actually, no. Let's talk about the people we did sign.
Hold on. John Bostic was one of them. You saw it.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Now we're talking about the players that we just brought in.
Jacoby.
And we'll start with Jacoby.
Yes, Jacoby.
Finally,
Mr. Jacob.
Jacoby.
1 year, $10 million. 1 year deal.
Up to $10 million.
Up to $10 million. Yes.
Jack Breezy. We got to come with a name for him.
Jabreezy.
Jabreezy.
Breezy.
That's it. Jabrizzle.
I'm going to speak on this. All right. We have now upgraded backup quarterback because this is a guy who's coming in. His job is to be a top quality backup, to mentor Sam Howell. He's played multiple systems. He's not just the apple of the eye of one offensive mind in the league. All right. He's going to know his role. He's going to know that his job is to be QB2. And you make sure QB1 is good. And if something happens to QB1 where QB1 gets hurt, then you come in and you try to hold this thing together. And that's what he can do, and that's what he will do.
Did you see the interview with Julie Donaldson, man? Did you see the interview with Julie Donaldson? Did it sound like he was there to be a number 2?
I did not see it.
Well, what's he supposed to do? Say, "Oh yeah, I'm just here to collect the check and hold a clipboard."
No,
Like he's gonna say that.
I'm here to back up. I'm here to back up. Blah blah blah. Nothing need me. I'm ready. That's what he should say. But no, I don't have a problem with Jacoby Brissett. I think is he better than Wentz? Yep. Is he better than Heineke? Yep. And if y'all want to be extra about it, rest of the fans, my friends are Green Bay fans. They're probably better. He's probably better than Jordan Love. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And our other friend is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He's probably better than Pickett. My other friend's a Colts fan. I don't even know who the Colts have a quarterback, so he's probably better than that guy right now.
Sam Ellinger is the only one.
Yeah, he's better than that guy. He's better than that guy. He's better than that guy. So everybody laughs, but Brissett's an upgrade of what we had last year. So I'm not hating on that. I'm not hating on him. But the part I don't like is this, man. Why was this the dude y'all called the first day of free agency? You couldn't have chilled for a week? Was he that hot of a commodity that you couldn't have been like, let me check in on the other guy that's a free agent.
Well, Chad, they checked in on Chad Henne first.
One of the only unanimous. This is my point. This is what I'm trying to get to.
Then who else?
I would understand.
Who else?
I know who Dev wants. I know what Dev's going to say.
In solidarity. Jackson.
He's wearing a jersey.
I 1,000,000% understand why you don't go after Jackson. I 100% understand why you wouldn't.
He's not a backup quarterback.
Right. And this is my point right here. If you're going to get a backup quarterback and spend $8 million on Brissett, you couldn't have waited until like after the draft and get a $5 million dude just as good as Brissett or a $1 million dude.
Nope.
You don't think that position could have been filled cheaper and longer?
Cheaper, yes, but I think it's.
They were in a rush. It's like they waited till 12:01.
Like you look at the list of backup quarterbacks, Dev. Though there's not a ton out there.
Backup quarterback. Here's my point: if Brissett is playing, dog, Ron's fired anyways.
Correct.
That's why I was like, why are you worried about? That's why I couldn't understand why y'all worried about who's the greater backup. Just have somebody know how to read a fucking playbook and chill out, dog. That you can adapt. Go get a guy in the 5th round to back him up.
Can I tell you why?
No, you don't get a backup rookie quarterback backing up another rookie quarterback.
You got from there's all kinds of guys out there. Where's that Blount dude that was on the Lions?
I don't know.
Yeah, Blount or get one of those guys, bro.
If they truly believe in Sam Howell, which I think they do, you surround him with someone who's going to teach him, someone who's going to mentor him. You don't just pick up some guy cheap off the street.
If you thought he was there to do that, you would have signed him for 1 year.
That's probably maybe that's all he wanted.
Basically 1 year.
After that,
1 year, not a guarantee the next year.
Prom terms up, maybe they get a low round rookie quarterback that's to become the steady backup.
I'm saying I like Jacoby Brissett. I like Jacoby Brissett signing. I would have liked Jacoby Brissett signing I would have liked Jacoby Brissett signing in a month and a half from now. Then I've been like, all right, cool. But it just didn't make sense that you had the whole window of getting way better guys was open. Like it's like I feel like Ron. Listen.
Who is this way better guy you keep talking about?
Jackson.
He's a starting quarterback.
Lamar Jackson.
Get a starting quarterback.
How to start? You want Lamar Jackson? Say it that way.
No, I want a star.
Dev.
I get Aaron Rodgers. Fuck that. Get him. But ain't nobody got $70 million a year.
So when are we going to develop this quarterback then?
Well, that's my point.
When's he going to play?
That's my point, right? So I was like, get him or just run with Howell and get somebody worse than Howell, bro. You ain't got a dude that right now, honestly, let's keep it real, probably better than him.
We don't know.
Experienced than him. I'm not
probably
he's not more
probably
talented.
Today, on this day, on the 13th, or whatever day is, of whatever, of April, he's probably better. March. He's
okay.
Probably,
No.
But,
I'm going to use history.
All right, Dad, let's
use
talk
history here. All right. Day 1, 1994. Who was the best quarterback on the Redskins roster?
Not Jeff George.
Well, wasn't he?
Tom, what's the name? Hanks.
This is Heath Schuler's rookie year. Heath Schuler was the #1 pick. Who was the best quarterback on the roster?
Right?
No.
John Freeze.
Oh, number 17, John Freeze.
John Freeze. All right.
What year they
started the season, right?
Because
they were bringing along Schuler, and they brought in Schuler about 4 games into the season. But the thing is that just because they have a higher Madden rating doesn't mean that they're the future.
No. Nobody
thinks developing
nobody thinks
into the future. But you still need a backup in case he gets hurt. And you want to make something of this season. The Eagles, I don't care what Terrence says, the Eagles are trying desperately to try to run it back, but they're losing guys at the same rate they're re-signing them. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year. Dallas is in debt. The Giants, they're in the same position we are. We have an opportunity to take a step forward. We have a better starting quarterback in Howell. You're saying that Jacoby Brissett should be starting over Sam Howell?
No. I'm not saying he should be starting over Sam Howell at all. I'm saying it shouldn't be a discussion. So why bring him in?
It's not a discussion.
If Jacoby Brissett plays, bro, I'm letting you know this now. If he plays, then Ron's fired, dog. At the end I think he is anyways, man. I think unless
I think this move says otherwise, Dev.
Unless they go two.
Who's to say this isn't Eric Bieniemy's move?
It might be, bro. It don't matter whose move it is. What I'm saying to you is this, man. At the end of the year, man, you're gonna have if Brissett plays, not saying if he plays one game, everything's out because he comes back. If he plays about 6 or 7 games next year, bro, for any reason, period, dog.
Not injury, performance.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say injury.
Especially for performance. That
Yeah.
everyone's
Howell
going to
is
get fired.
playing at a top 12 level and gets hurt.
Everyone's going
Ron's
to
not
get
getting fired because of
everyone's going to get fired if this guy has to play more than 6 or 7 games because of performance, bro. And what I'm trying to say is to safeguard yourself from that happening, why wouldn't you go get like another younger guy like that and let him? The guy's has a year of experience in the NFL. He's no longer a rookie. He's not a 5th round pick anymore. He's a 2nd-year player, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's thrown the ball 19 times. He's practically a rookie.
I get it. But what I'm saying is you could have got somebody like I said,
Lamar Jackson,
Blau or someone like that to play. Now I'm saying if you're going with Hal, that way if he falls down, there's no mistake about it.
Then
bro.
Who is the veteran that's mentoring Hal?
None.
That's the problem.
No one built a team like that.
Why do you need a mentor Hal for? Anyone that comes in there is going to learn a new offense. Why not have a rookie learn it? Everyone else got to learn new
offense to go with learning the quarterback.
Right, let's get some comments in here.
You already got to do it's been in the league 2 years, man.
Marcus said, "Me and Phil think alike, but the Heineke Coulter man." We'll talk about the players we lost here in just a second.
No, I like to
stay mad.
Marcus said, "The Colts signed Gardner Minshew." Caleb, what's up, Caleb? Sam Howell's QB1. He is. They're all in on him.
I like Brissett more than Minshew. Yeah, I'm rooting for Sam Howell. Sam Howell is my second choice after Lamar. But I knew that wasn't going to happen.
We had Kirk backing up RG3. We did. And Caleb said this is Howell's job to lose. It is. It is his job to lose.
We had Howell backing up RG3 and it worked. Honestly, if y'all want to slap jokes on Heineke, Kirk Cousins was the best backup quarterback we ever had, bro.
He was.
You want to be real jokes about it?
Let's run this back. They still have a veteran quarterback in that room with them.
Who was the veteran quarterback?
Rex Grossman was there in 2012.
Right. Get me a fucking Rex Grossman, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Get me a Rex Grossman.
Rex Grossman was not that bad.
Man, he wasn't. Get
John
me a Rex.
Beck was horrible.
Get me a Rex Grossman or a Colt McCoy type and a rookie along with Sam Howell. I was cool. You pay $8 to $10 million on a guy you pray to God doesn't play. That's weird to me,
I don't pray to God he doesn't play.
And if he plays, then we're gonna be in the same position next year than we are this year.
I want someone as talented as he is to be there in case Howell gets hurt.
If Brissett plays any significant time, dog, due to performance, we're gonna be in the same position we are this year, next year, bro. That's my point.
Dev, I'm gonna read you the list of people that are available. All right.
Right, cool. Read
Wentz, Matt Ryan, Brady, Mariota. He ain't gonna come.
I would have took Mariota.
He's gonna be a starter. He walked away from his team.
Where the fuck is he gonna be a starter at?
Mariota walked away from his team. I don't want that guy here.
I mean, I want to be rich, but I'm
Teddy Bridgewater, who can't stay healthy. I don't want Teddy Bridgewater no more.
I don't want Teddy either.
Mason Rudolph, Joe Flacco, Blaine Gabbert, Chase Daniel. I wouldn't mind Chase Daniel.
I would have took Blaine Gabbert.
Trevor Siemian, Brian Hoyer, Brandon Allen, Josh Johnson, Nate Sudfeld, Nathan Peterman, Jeff Driscoll, Cooper Rush.
I would have went.
John Wolford, Trace McSorley, and then 2 people. Shane Buccelli, he just signed back with the Chiefs though. So
I would have took the Cowboys ex-quarterback.
Terrence says rookie backing up a rookie? ? Joe says cheaper. We're moving forward with how we need help. We need experience to help him. Yeah, Caleb said again.
I thought that's what the quarterbacks. I thought that was what the quarterback coach and assistant coach is not on for, bro.
Hey, Caleb makes a good point. We were talking about this in chat earlier. If Brissett plays, Hal is not the guy.
I agree, and we're in the same position we were this year. That's why I said get a fucking rookie. If it don't work out, look, I swear I would have just picked one in the first round, dog. Because somebody's going to slide to 16. I don't remember a draft where 5 dudes that were predictably first round picks went in the top 15. Somebody always slides, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, Phil, that we should draft the quarterback, bro. I'm saying if you
just
felt,
said you would.
I'm saying if one slid and it's there, I wouldn't trade up for one another. I'm saying if you felt that way, if you felt he wasn't the guy, you know what I'm saying? If you felt there's a sliver of a chance he's not the guy, if you sliver of a chance he's not the guy, get me somebody in there. That if you let him
I'm going to use your own thing against you. You don't pass up something for show for a maybe. Man, a rookie is a maybe.
I'm saying you still keep Hal. Keep Hal number 1. And if somebody slides, not go chase somebody, but if the guy from Kentucky or Robinson or the one of them dude Richardson,
also,
whatever,
they're all unproven people. Jacoby's proven. They're all unproven.
Hal can play then. Hal should start. If he's your guy, what are you worried about?
But the team is built. We had 7 wins with shitty quarterback play last year. If we had just average quarterback play,
we got 7 wins again if Hal goes down. I'm telling you, if Howard goes down, we got 7
Brissett
again.
is already more competent than Heineke and Wentz, in my opinion.
Brissett's won more games, has had 8-win seasons with worse teams.
I like Brissett, but if he comes here, I don't care if he wins or not, man. We're gonna be in the same position next year. What's the point? That's my point. I'm not saying we're gonna suck with him. I like Brissett. Fuck it, start him. I don't care. You know, I just want to win. I don't care which one of them motherfuckers start. What I'm saying is that what's the point if Brissett plays, man? If he plays, we're gonna be doing the same conversation next year in March, dog.
Okay, Dev, I'm gonna bust that logic. You know why?
Do we resign?
I just hope, man. I just hope that Hal plays the entire season, doesn't get hurt. Why can't
Brissett win 5 or 6 games? These 6 or 7 games you're talking about if he's playing. Why can't he win those? He's already better than the other 2 quarterbacks we had last year.
This is what happened. If Brissett wins those, the discussion is going to be like, well, do we sign Brissett long term or do we sign another one quarterback? Again, we're in the same boat.
Do you sign Brissett long term and Hal becomes your backup? You still got him for 2 more years.
Yes, Caleb's right. Dev, you're thinking too deep into it. You are thinking way too deep into this.
Well, that's what we do with quarterbacks in this town.
We're missing out on all these comments with all this pointless banter. We're talking in a circle here. Joe Bernard says none of this matters unless we have a solid O-line. None. I would say yes, but Sam Howell can move. And what's a young quarterback's best friend? Mobility.
And
plain and simple.
We've been working on that. We'll get to that.
Aaron Sheriff from Facebook, thank you for joining us. Said Jacoby, been waiting for the opportunity. We'll see what happens in camp. He likes both. I'm waiting for some more lines and a linebacker.
I'm going to use Jacoby on that.
Heineke had to go. Yes, we'll talk about players who depart in just a second. A couple of people talking about Rex Grossman. Yep. Caleb says, you want to challenge Hal, and Brissett is perfect for this. I think so too. Aaron says, Dev, you're wrong on Jacoby. I'm fine without either quarterback playing, but whatever, Hal's the man for now. I think he will excel.
I agree with you, Aaron. I'm just saying, I think Hal's so good that I wouldn't have picked up Jacoby, is what I'm saying. I think Jacoby's a good player, bro. I'm not ever going to deny that. He's a better quarterback than we've had here in the last 2 years or so. No lies, no shade to Jacoby. I'm just saying he's good enough, in my opinion, that if he gets in, bro, we're going to have the same discussion of who's the quarterback next year. That's cool.
Me and LE wanted Jacoby Brissett to be a starter here
a couple years ago.
Yeah, 2020.
I'm telling you, man, worst thing that can happen is Jacoby come in and we go 8-8 or 9 and something again, end up 16th, 17th in the draft next year when Caleb Williams and Shadir Sanders is in the draft. Like, it's like the dumbest shit. If Hal's not it, lose the fuck out, bro. Go get another rookie. Maybe he's the guy. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, get another guy that's young, and if Hal's not it, go to the other guy. And if he's not it, fuck it, get Caleb Williams. What's going to happen to Washington is Washington's going to fuck around and go. I hope they win like 15 fucking games. I swear I do. But if they go 8 or 7, 8, 9 wins again and end up drafting at fucking 16, and we don't know who the fucking quarterback is, dog, remember this podcast.
Yeah, but Dev, I'm just telling you, 99.9999999% of teams don't draft two young quarterbacks first and second years. They don't.
We did. All it did was piss off. It's fractured the team.
That's the exception, not the rule. Someone else tell me where that happened. You don't see it. It doesn't happen.
What do we get out of it?
It doesn't happen.
2 wild card losses?
I mean, San Francisco did it.
In 10 years?
No, they drafted a first-round pick, and then they drafted
a second-round pick.
Fourth-round pick.
Yeah, but they're still – I ain't saying you got to immediately draft one like in the first round. I'm second or third round, dude. He's a backup. You know what I'm saying? To hell.
They had Garoppolo, Trey Lance, Garoppolo, and Brock Purdy. Experience, first-round pick, last pick in the draft.
But they had what's his name, the other dude there, and they wanted Garoppolo to leave, but they couldn't find nobody to trade for him. Yeah. And then they had to go to him because dude got hurt.
All right.
But that's a whole different story.
Let's move on from our backup quarterback. We should not be talking about our backup quarterback as much as we do. But I will get a few comments. Aaron says, we'll be better than last year. We're making moves. We'll have better offense.
Man, we were better this year than the year before, but we still won the same amount of fucking games, basically.
Yeah, we're the 50% crew. Washington can draft Hendon Hooker in the 4th round because of his knee. I wouldn't be against it.
I would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the kind of shit, Marcus. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't saying you got to use your first pick. I'm saying you could have drafted Hendon Hooker, who will be ready by season to back dude up. To back dude up, man. Who cares if Hal goes down? It don't matter. The season's lost, bro.
Yes, but Dev, earlier you just said if someone slips to like 16.
Yeah. You say
if somebody slips 16, cool. But I'm saying if they don't, just pick. I'm saying either way, why not? Why draft a veteran that's that expensive when you can get a cheap ass rookie to be the backup? Because if Hal fucks up and loses his job because he sucks, or if he gets hurt, throw another rookie in to see what he has. Maybe that guy's the guy.
Break year. This is the year we have to do.
It's Ron's make or break year. That's
why
I said if it's Ron's make or break year, he should have went for Lamar and went for it. But you didn't. So now we're going to have to go with a younger guy, which I'm cool with.
It's calculated.
We're trying to shore up. We got to spend money.
It's calculated risk. They're taking a risk on going with Sam Howell with the expense of paying for people at other positions.
Oh, I love going with Sam Howell. That was my second option, but I love it. I just don't love spending $10 million on a backup quarterback that you pray to God don't get in. And if he does,
money's not a problem.
We
got money.
If it's not a problem, why didn't you go get a bigger guy in?
You only pray to God he doesn't go
in. Jacoby?
Not performing.
No, yeah, if it's not a problem, why didn't you go after the big guy then, the big name?
Who?
Lamar or Aaron?
Because you're in on Hal.
I'm pretty sure those players wanted to go.
If you're in on Hal, why didn't you get a guy?
All right, time out. Stop. This is terrible. Guys, this is terrible content. All we're doing is screaming on top of each other. Let's move on to something else. Cody Barton, linebacker signed. There's been a lot of mixed opinions about him, but I think he's the new Mike linebacker. He has taken Cole Holcomb's place, who is now signed with the Steelers.
Now, he is a traditional Mike in the sense that that's what he's played.
Yeah,
that's what he's played.
Correct.
He makes tackles. He's big on the hustle plays. So he covers sideline to sideline.
My question is, who plays strong side then?
Well,
Jamin probably plays
kind of hot. Are we going to run the same?
He's got the size. Defense. But do you waste all that ability on the shorter side of the field and so you can play Khaleke Hudson at weak side? Because Khaleke can't play small, right?
Maybe they draft someone, Dev. Maybe the second round pick might be a linebacker.
That would be good. Then.
Most of my mock drafts have had a linebacker.
Better pick one in the first or third, buddy. That second round pick is not going to be good. Trade that motherfucker. Trade it for a sixth.
Well, I think we talked about this before. I think Ron's done okay with second round picks. But before that, though,
which one?
Who's been his second?
Cosby and the other dude that got hurt for Alabama. No one's been good.
Fedarian Fedarian second?
Yeah, never played though. They ain't played.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Greg Delaney says Eric also likes Hal though. That's important.
I like Hal too, man. I'm gonna give me a Hal jersey, bro. I like.
Aaron's not happy with Barton. He says we need another backer that can ball.
I like Barton, man, but it's basically a cheaper. It's like great value Holcomb.
Yeah. Marcus says Washington should sign Miles Jack or Devin Bush.
Devin Bush can't play small, can't play strong. He's small.
Yeah. He racked up some crazy good numbers with Seattle, led the team in tackles.
He was a safety in college, I think. Barton.
Yeah. So
he plays the mic.
Yeah.
It's not like you're trying to teach a guy who doesn't play the mic to play the mic.
It's a 1-year deal too. So It's
$3 million.
Yeah, it's
Cole $3 million.
Yeah, it's
Cole
a
Holcomb
coverage-
just
he's
got
a
a
coverage-
contract that's $6 million a year.
He's
So-
a good guy in coverage. He looks more athletic. I've seen of him. I don't know. He doesn't have that. You're going to be missing that Holcomb thump. Holcomb hit people, bro. We're going to miss that. Holcomb would hit you.
No, this guy's a traditional form
Yeah.
tackler. Wrap you up and hold you.
Good player, man. Solid.
Yeah.
pick.
Other two signings: Nick Gates, offensive lineman. That's a depth signing. Andrew Wiley, offensive line. He's a starter.
You don't think Nick Gates
Versatile
going to start
starter.
center?
He can play. He can play center or guard. Is what I've read.
Do you
Yes.
Think, do you think? he's
And
the starting center?
Wiley
plays guard and tackle,
Yeah.
namely on the right side. So however you want to combo him with Cosme, you've got it over there on the right side. You can go one or the other. If you feel Cosme should be a guard, you can move him to guard because now you got Wiley. If you want Cosme at tackle, you put Wiley at guard. He can play both.
Yeah.
You've now solidified the right side of your offensive line.
And if you listen to his interview, I want to say it's with Paul, whatever his name is, but he was talking about how he basically he heard EB was coming here and he would beg them basically take me with you. It's pretty funny.
Can't blame him.
Yeah.
And then the players who are no longer with us. Let's get to them. John Bostic. We tendered Jeremy Reeves, so we don't know if he's coming back or not. He is restricted, so we have the right of first refusal. We have the right of first refusal to any contract he gets. So, all pro Revo, he's all pro. I hope we can keep him, but I bet you he wants some money, and I can't blame him. You're all pro. Get paid, dude.
Yeah, man.
All pro is a special teamer. You don't command the money that
fully guaranteed, Reeves.
But he's a backup safety too. So it should be, I'd say moderate, not crazy. Maybe give him $8-9 million a year. I
feel like Jeremy Reeves is like Johnson, man. How you really don't want them playing, but when they play, they don't never really play bad. You can't really hate on them.
I actually am more favorable to Reeves playing than Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I always say something about Johnson, but every time he plays, he steps up, man.
Oh, that's
signed elsewhere.
beautiful-
So quarterback Taylor Heineke signed with the Atlanta Falcons. He gets, how do I say goodbye? So that's all you get. That's all the boys, the men you get from me, Taylor.
Oh shit!
But it was good while it lasted. We thank you for your service.
I give that 2 3/4 stars. We were on Star Search, Steve.
We get
Ed McMahon.
We thank you for your service. It was fun while it lasted, but as we say, the highs.
All thanks for service given to Taylor Heineke are not representative of all the opinions of the Commanders podcast.
Don't let the doorknob hit you when the good Lord split you.
Boom! In one of his interview with Atlanta, he said he was considering, as of 2 days ago, he was coming back to the
I wish he had him now, honestly.
He got a 2-year, $20 million deal from Atlanta. I can't blame him for taking that.
Yeah, he got more than
correct. And that's probably why I'm sure Heineke was number 1 and Brissett was probably number 2 on their board. Or maybe Henny somewhere in there. They called Henny, so maybe Henny was number 1.
I don't think Heineke was on the board. I think it's one thing Ron said. You can do whatever you want at quarterback. Do not bring that noodle arm, can't throw to the right half of the field, jackass, back to this team. And here's the thing. I think
he was coming back.
I personally would probably get along with Taylor Heineke. I would pound bush lights to that dude in a bar any day of the week. I do not want him quarterbacking my team. He can get out. He can go split up Atlanta's fan base by getting a hold of their fans who don't know what a good quarterback looks like because they forgot what they had in Matt Ryan. And he can go mess with their fan base and he can go mess with their organization. He can go be the rah-rah. Everybody on the team likes him, but damn, he just cannot throw to half the field half the time. Bye.
Not his fault. This was the fans' fault. It was never his fault. He never did. He just played. That's all he did.
Yeah, but I think he's got that whole I should be a starter. Look at me.
I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I think he was
good
cool.
at handing this ball off 40 times.
I think he was cool. being a backup,
cool.
man.
It was a good story.
I think he understood.
Smart. He knows what to say.
I think he understood the moment.
Terrence says, loving the dialogue tonight. Awesome stuff. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video if you're watching from YouTube. Thank you.
Please.
Aaron says Nick Gates is an animal at center.
I think he's gonna be center. I think they're gonna cut Chase.
I tell you,
Gates is kind of got that same Schweitzer mentality where he beasts on you. He's not gonna beat you with technique. He's gonna beat you just by the fact that he's just gonna maul you.
Terrence says Taylor Heineke can say that he beat the defending NFC East champions, gave the blueprint and the ball off 55 times, and you too can win against the Eagles. And we lost Cole Holcomb too, Mr. Mullet here. We did lose him. He ain't coming back.
Hey, I used to hate on Cole Holcomb, but at the last year I became a Cole Holcomb fan, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Now we did have some other guys that we've lost as well. Actually, one in particular I want to bring up. Wes Schweitzer.
Where'd he go?
He went to the Jets.
Damn, man. I like Wes Schweitzer.
Joined Aaron Rodgers.
That's a good pickup for them too, man. He'll start there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a good pickup.
Guys like that, though. I mean, it's when you're trying to switch up the system and everything. I don't know if he would have fit with the kind of offense that Bieniemy likes to run, because Bieniemy, does like guys who are a little quicker. Schweitzer was not very mobile. Schweitzer was a road grader. He was basically a guard version of Ty Nsekhe. Not mobile, but
Ty Nsekhe.
But just to throw a name out there, guy who's just physically just imposing upon you.
Oh, reliable. Mr. Ty Nsekhe.
But Gates is the same way, but Gates is more mobile from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So that's why he plays, he's brought in. But he has that same mentality. Very physical. I'm going to miss Wes Schweitzer. That was my guy. I like guys like that. I like guys who just, screw all the finesse. Let me just maul you. I'm going to beat on you. And that's why he fit well when we were running the ball, because that's what he likes to do. Just impose yourself upon the defense.
Just needed him to be a little bit more healthy, but that's
didn't happen this year, unfortunately.
Yep, that's unfortunate. But what is fortunate is that March Madness is here. Real quick, tell us in the chat, everyone who's watching this, who do you have in your bracket winning the tournament, the NCAA tournament? Who do you have?
I'll start first. At a bracket.
I got Houston winning it all in my bracket. Phil, you did a bracket. If not, who's going to win it all?
The big dogs did not do a bracket this year.
The big dogs are Purdue, Alabama, Houston.
I mean, Alabama, Houston would be up there for me. I decided I was going to abstain from a bracket this year and just enjoy the tournament for what it is. And God, has that worked out for me, because the Terps won and UVA lost.
Go Terps, fear the turtle. And
fear the turtle, and you can wahoo wahdees, because I have a Philadelphia, Dallas Cowboy level, just New York Yankee level hate for the UVA. And it's weird because I live in Virginia.
There's only like 3 fans, though. UVA is not popular. Maybe down where you are, but they are not popular up here in the slightest.
You know why? UVA thinks that they're Yale. All right.
Yes, they do. They are the Yale of the South.
They are not. Okay. UVA. You know what UVA is? UVA is a bunch of rich frat boys who put a lime in a natty ice and call it a Corona. Okay, that's what UVA is.
Yeah. Aaron's got Bama or Kansas. Shotguns. What's up, Shotguns?
I don't even know who's
I got Purdue.
I don't even know who's in it, man. I haven't looked at one bracket. I don't know one. I didn't watch one game that wasn't Louisville, and I watched like 5 or 6 of those bums this year in basketball. I don't know who's good. I don't know who's getting drafted into college. I don't know anything.
Yeah. I was gonna pick Purdue to win it, but they are susceptible because all you have to do is run the quick game, and you take out their big old center out of the game. They can't win. That's the blueprint. Marcus says, I got Alabama women, by the way. Dev, Kenny Payne is getting studs for next year.
I saw my boy Clayton sends me many text messages about Louisville. Yeah. He sends me text messages all the time, man, about who we're picking up. So I'm excited, but I gave up one of those guys about December. So I haven't watched a college basketball game since December.
That's fair. All right. Well, now that we talk about March Madness, let's give you an opportunity to play some money on the tourney. Check it out. Ready for the underdogs, the upsets, and the unbelievable action at DraftKings Sportsbook? The biggest tournament in college basketball is here. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on college hoops and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, for a limited time, all customers can score a no-sweat bet during round 1 and round 2 of the NCAA tournament. Go to the app, opt in, and place a no-sweat bet this weekend. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $10. Hey, this is Steve. Me personally, I got Houston taking it all. I'm going to lay some money on it. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code TPPN. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly, win or lose. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code TPPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Yeah, another big plug to Dev for all the music we have on the show. Thank you, Dev, for kicking us with those dope beats that we can play before, during, and after. So real quick before we wrap the show, let's take a look at the rest of the free agents picked up around the league here. We're just going to go team by team lightning round, give some quick thoughts, and out for the audio crowd, I'll just read them as we go. Arizona Cardinals picked up Kelvin Beachum, something Freeholt, Will Hernandez, offensive guard, pretty good player. Kazir White, Corey Clement, Matt Prater, punter, and Zeke Turner. Nothing too crazy there.
Prater's good punter.
Yeah. The Falcons, Lorenzo Carter, Jonnu Smith, tight end via trade, good solid tight end. Jesse Bates, I'm not going to read them all. Quarterback Taylor Heineke, 2 years, 12
back
12
up
million.
there. They got Chris Lindstrom, 5 years,
5 years, $105 million. Big signing for them.
The coach for Atlanta was a Washington quality control offensive coach, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Smith, yeah.
Arthur
and
Smith.
He was. I think he was there also when Jonnu Smith was in not Andy. Where's Jonnu Smith out of before he went to New England?
Oh, you had to
Giants. Was it the Giants?
No.
Titans. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was there in the Titans with him at one time.
Aaron says, like the hat, Steve. Yep, this is my Defenders hat. DC Defenders 4-0. Pounding the rock, undefeated. Beer Snake keeps on.
Never
lost. Ravens. They
slapped
the non-exclusive franchise tag on Lamar Jackson. They're
Should've
paying
got
the
him.
man $32 million. Well, they slapped a tag on him. You couldn't get him.
Yeah,
you can make an offer.
You could have gave 2 first-round picks.
You can, yes. But so far, nobody has. So we'll see what happens. They did resign. I guess I found out his cousin is Trayvon Mullen. I didn't know that, to a 1-year deal. And then re-signed Justice Hill and Nick Moore. The Bills, safety Jordan Poyer for 2 years.
Surprise move.
Quarterback Kyle Allen. And then Connor McGovern, decent guard. Matt Milano got a 2-year extension, also good linebacker. The Panthers, Von Bell, safety. Andy Dalton, another solid veteran. I wouldn't have mind Andy Dalton up here either. Him or Jameis Winston. That would have been, they're all in the middle. Andy Dalton was one of the highest rated quarterbacks for PFF as a starter last year. That's crazy. That's insane. They did sign Hayden Hurst, and Miles Sanders from the Eagles is now a Carolina Panther.
Thank you, Carolina. The Bears. So the big deal they signed was DJ Moore from Carolina. And then Carolina got a crap ton of picks to get that number one overall pick in the draft. So Chicago
Bears completely just fleeced them.
They did. They can make some moves this year. There's no excuse for the Bears to not do some damage.
I maintain my opinion that the Bears
signing too at linebacker.
I maintain my opinion that the Bears were going to sign Payne. That's why we scooped him up real fast. I sworn everything. I think the Bears were going to make a run at Payne.
They could have.
I think they were going to.
They also signed linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, 4 years, $72 million. I would have loved to have Tremaine Edmonds.
That would
He's
love
just
that guy
expensive.
for sure.
Yeah.
And they got PJ Walker as their backup.
I thought PJ stayed in Carolina. I don't know why.
Right there.
I see him right there, but for some reason I thought he stayed in Carolina. But the Bengals, Orlando Brown Jr., that's the guy who I thought we might have had a shot at signing to be our left tackle to take Leno's place coming from the Kansas City Chiefs. Didn't happen. Oh, well. They also signed Jermaine Pratt, linebacker, 3 years, $21 million. The Browns, No crazy signings. They got defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson for 4 years, $57 million.
Gets him out the NFC East.
Yes, it does. Cowboys, they put the franchise tag on Tony Pollard, which was the right move. They also let Zeke Elliott go. They got Stephon Gilmore.
Cool.
Yeah, trade. And
that's great because now they have 2 corners that Terry McLaurin owns.
From the Colts game. Remember the Colts?
Yeah.
The last catch. Go see our Twitter, Commanders Twitter. I put a nice GIF up of Terry just funking on that ass of Stephon Gilmore for that touchdown catch. They signed Leighton Vander Esch for 2 years, $11 million. Yeah, average. I thought he was going to be better coming out of college, but Broncos right tackle Mike McGlinchey, 5 years, $87 million. That was a huge signing for them. Samaje Perine, former Redskin, coming from the Bengals, went to Denver, 2 years, $7.5 million. Good for him.
You talk about a guy who reinvigorated his career as a backup running back.
Good for him.
I was a big Samaje Perine fan. You know, I like that whole bowling ball with knives attached description because he runs. Yep. He runs like an old school power back. He would have actually fit in well in that Brian Robinson role. He does a lot of the same things, but when we got Brian Robinson, which is cool. But I always like to see Samaje Perine do well.
Yep. They also got Jarrett Stidham from the Raiders, who traded for him earlier. Josh McDaniels traded for him earlier. Now he's going
Wasn't Jarrett Stidham supposed to be their starter?
Yes, he was. But now the Raiders, we'll talk about it and when they get down to it, they now have Jimmy G. Mm-hmm. So the Lions making some moves. Bunch of running back David Montgomery, 3 years, $18 million. All minor signings. Cam Sutton, cornerback, 3 years, $33 million. That's a pretty good signing for them.
And the Lions also have a lot of draft picks, man.
They do. They have a ton of draft picks. Packers.
They get ready to have a lot of draft picks.
Shy Guns, I don't know if you're still watching. What are y'all doing? Y'all ain't doing much for Jordan Love, man. You need to stack the deck behind that man.
They get ready to have a lot of draft picks.
Robert Woods, still playing, former Ram, 2 years, $17 million. Case Keenum, former Redskin, 2 years, $6.25 million. And then they got Noah Brown, the wide receiver.
Isn't Case Keenum a former? Wasn't he with the Texans before?
Yes, he was with the Texans. And he was with the Vikings. And
that's a true journeyman
quarterback. Oh shit! Hold on. Sheldon Rankins, Louisville.
1 year, $10.5 million. Yeah, thank you for joining. Says, sorry I missed another episode, just got out of class. Which, you know what? Doesn't matter. You're here with us now.
You missed the fireworks.
Yeah, I sang Boys to Men for about 10 seconds. Indianapolis Colts, Matt Gay, 4 years, $22 million. Kicker, they got defensive end Sam Ubakam, 3 years, $27 million. No other major signing besides Gardner Minshew, 1 year, 3.5. Minshew mania really fell off. I really thought that he had some staying power.
Yeah,
but I guess
Taekwon Lewis might be the blackest name I've ever seen since Draymond Green.
It's almost like the Key and Peele video team introductions.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars slapped the franchise tag on tight end Evan Ingram, which was the right move. They also picked up CJ Beathard, backup quarterback. The Chiefs, Jawan Taylor, offensive tackle, 4 years, $80 million. Big signing for him.
I take that last comment back. Jawan Taylor is definitely the blackest.
Yes, Yem. Yem said, was there Heineke talk? Yes, there was.
No,
there was actually more Jacoby talk than Heineke talk. You'll see it on the replay. Got pretty heated there for a minute.
Heineke ain't on team no more. We don't got to talk about him.
But yeah, you can just get this from XFL Shop. You can pick it up. I think it's pretty cheap too, much cheaper than NFL gear. Raiders, they put the franchise tag on Josh Jacobs, their running back. They did sign Jimmy Garoppolo after Derek Carr went to the Saints for 3 years, $67 million. Picked up Jacoby Myers, 3 years, $33 million from the Patriots. And then they got Amir Abdullah, the former Lions running back, and just a few minor moves here and there. Chargers, Eric Kendricks, 2 years, $13 million. And Easton Stick, their backup quarterback.
And Trey Pipkins as well. They made only a couple of moves, but I like the moves they made for what they made.
Rams, nothing crazy. Hunter Long, they tendered 2 folks. Don't recognize any of those major names. The Dolphins made some moves. So the Dolphins are actually they're all in. They got cornerback Jalen Ramsey.
That's where Mike White went. I wonder where he went.
They got Mike White from the Jets for 2 years, $16 million quarterback. Picked up running back Jeff Wilson Jr., 2 years, $8.2 million. Raheem Mostert, 2 years, $5.6 million, who I believe used to be a Dolphin back in the day. And then they picked up a bunch of role players. Braxton Berrios, wide receiver, who we were looking at, rumored to be looking at him for a return man. They got running back also Myles Gaskin. They also got our old offensive tackle, Jaron Christian.
Christian is still in the league.
Louisville.
Still playing.
I hated that dude at Louisville. He was terrible.
The Vikings. No major splashes. They got a bunch of mids.
Oh, they got your boy Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins, 2 years, $4 million. Now he's another journeyman. They did re-sign Alexander Madison, who's a very good backup running back, I will say. When he's healthy. The Patriots safety Jabril Peppers, still in the league, 2 years, $11 million. Riley Reif, was a good offensive tackle back in the day, 1 year, $5 million. They picked up Juju though, Juju Smith-Schuster, 3 years.
Yeah, that's a lot of that went under the radar.
Yeah, very quiet. That wouldn't really get announced too much. Yam says, "Thank you, Dev. I look at all the people on Facebook bringing up, but Wentz BS. Ain't nobody talk about it like it's the battle of the mid-offs." That's true. Yeah, we won't talk about it.
It just don't make sense.
Taylor no more.
We talked more about Jacoby Brissett.
That's the same thing though. Battle of the mids. That's my point. 8-8, buddy. Or 8.
New Orleans Saints. We said it earlier. They got Derek Carr, 4 years, $150 million. They did make some moves. There's a lot of money wrapped up in their free agency. Nathan Shepard, 3 years, $15 million. Juwan Johnson for $12 million. Kalen Sanders for $14 million. Michael Thomas, 1 year deal, $10 million. They probably
Michael Thomas ever going to play again?
I don't know. I'm surprised Jameis Winston re-signed for 1 year, $8 million. I am shocked. He didn't try to go be a starter.
That would have been a steal for us at 1 year.
Oh my gosh, I would have taken it over for the same price.
I know.
He won't lead the South.
But didn't he get hurt real bad last year?
Nah, I think he just didn't ever get to play. I don't know what happened.
No, I thought it was an injury. I thought he wasn't the starter, but like a torn ACL or something.
Nah.
And then Jamal Williams, which is a tough loss for the Lions because Jamal Williams is explosive. 3 years, $12 million. He's kind of like a mini Alvin Kamara. So I don't know how that's going to work out. There are two backs that do the same exact thing.
Okay, Alvin might be on
Giants division rivalry. Daniel Jones, 4 years, $160 million, averaging 40 a year. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Saquon getting that $10 million price tag.
But they also got Darren Waller from the Raiders via
He's old,
trade.
man. He's old.
He's 32, 31.
Ain't hurt.
Injured, always injured, correct. They got running back Matt Breida backing up Saquon for 1 year. Sterling Shepard, a 1 year deal.
I feel like Sterling Shepard's about 50 years old.
I do too.
He's like that dude that plays for Duke. I can't think of his name, but it seems like he's been playing the Duke for 40 years.
Yeah. And then Paris Campbell, who was Terry McLaurin's teammate at Ohio State, got drafted by Indianapolis. 1 year, $1.7 million. Paris Campbell was higher rated than Terry McLaurin.
There was 3 receivers that came out, and Terry was the lowest rated by far.
He was 100%. Phil, you're right. That's right.
Johnson gonna be good on Madden though. Johnson gonna be hard to beat on Madden.
Yam says we can't clown on New York and Daniel Jones that much. He had our number. That's true. He always got his 76 yards, and they beat us. We were 1-0-1 versus them, but he usually does have our number.
Greedy Williams went to the Eagles, by the way.
Yeah, the Jets picked up Alan Lazard, 4 years, $44 million, and that was announced right before they announced that Aaron Rodgers was going to the New York Jets. So he's going to have a familiar face coming from Green Bay to be his receiver in New York. So pretty good deals. Aaron Rodgers will be a Jet, and he will be the best quarterback they have probably ever had in the history of that franchise.
I got a question though. What if not though? What if I guess the question is how much money the Jets want to take versus how many picks Green Bay want to give up. Like, why would Green Bay say, like, what if the Jets was like, we ain't sending you no picks? Like, we're not sending you a first. What they're like, we're not sending you a first this year, man. We don't know if this guy's gonna play 2 years and we gotta give him like $70 million. We're giving you like a second.
I am sure that will get worked out.
That's what's happening right now, from what I understand. Like, did you watch the interview? Because Aaron was like, yeah, I'd like to be a Jet. I'm not going back, you know?
Yeah.
But the Jets is like, well, we got all the power now. Why would we give you the 13th pick in the draft for a guy that's only going to be here next year? And we got to take all the money. I ain't taking all the money and giving you first. They got one of us is not going to get with the other. You know what I'm saying? So, but what do you do if you Green Bay? Green Bay basically has the cards. They can just not play Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, I'm just wondering how this is going to shake out, man. Because there's only one team that can get them, and that's the Jets. There's no other team that can afford that.
So Yam asked the question, what is our cap space looking at right now after signing Jacoby? I have Spot Trek up. Right now, we are second to last of available space. We are negative 6.9 million in the hole.
Goodbye.
So
Chase Roulier.
The Giants are ahead of us at minus 7.3 million. So there's going to be some cuts and restructures because I think you got to have $7 to $10 million on the books for all your rookies. So there's going to be a swing. There's going to be more cuts. There's going to be more restructures. But we are at the bottom of the league at minus $6.9 million as of right now.
And I mean, like I said, I'm not mad at the signing for the guy. I like your boy, man, Brissett. But the problem is, you could have waited. Why did you have to sign him immediately, bro? Like, was he that in demand?
He could have.
And if he was, who the fuck cares? Go get the Cooper Rush dude. Like, he's a backup. If the dude's going to play that many games, everybody's going to get fired anyways, man. You're going to be looking for a quarterback next year. That was my only point. Like, you could have just got a rookie or another young guy that needs development to play behind Hal. And if the shit hits the fan, we lose out and get Caleb Williams or Shadur Sanders next year or somebody.
But Ron was probably thinking, listen, if Sam fails, I want to get the next best player to be the backup quarterback because this team is kind of built. It's kind of built.
The only way it makes sense is if we let's say like the Eagles did that year and they went like 12-0 and then their quarterback gets hurt. Then it works out. But if you're like 3 or 4 games in the season and then Brissett has to play, even if Brissett goes to the playoffs, bro, you're asking yourself the exact same questions as you are this year, next year.
Yeah.
Even if we win 12 games with Brissett, you're still asking the same questions. So it's like, why wouldn't you just get another guy who's maybe a little more has a little bit more room, or get somebody younger or equal that he has to beat out. And then if he fucks up, we see what this new guy has. If he fucks up, you in the bottom of the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna get a guy. You're gonna end up if Brissett plays, and let's say even if he's good, and we go to the playoffs and lose or something, or even if we win a game, you're gonna be looking for another quarterback again because it's on essentially a 1-year deal.
Yeah, says I also like Jacoby. If we're ranking mids, he's better than any quarterback that started for us last year, minus Hal. Yeah, I think we said that earlier. He also said Hal. I was hoping Slade would walk from the Eagles. He did say goodbye. He said all his goodbyes. They have a golden horseshoe retaining players they have with their cap issues, except for a few players. A few key players are gone. So the Eagles, they re-signed Fletcher Cox to 1 year, $10 million. James Bradbury, 3 years, $38 million. That's a good signing. Brandon Graham, 1 year, $6 million. Boston Scott, 1 year, $2 million. They picked up Rashad Penny, 1 year, $1.35. When healthy, that dude's dangerous. But the key is when healthy. Then they re-signed center Jason Kelsey and offensive tackle Brett Toth. Terrence says, Darius Slade, 2 year, $42 million extension. Greedy Williams, 1 year deal. So they kept most of their people. But
they're gonna wait till the last second to pay Hurts.
They did not keep Javon Hargraves. They did not. We'll hit him up in a second.
They can't even franchise tag Hurts, can they?
No, because he has an extra year.
Right.
He's not there yet. The Steelers signed Patrick Peterson to a 2 year, $14 million deal, still alive and kicking. They also got Cole Holcomb, our linebacker, who just left for 3 years, $18 million. The Niners picked up Javon Hargrave on what was already a really, 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 really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So they got him at 4 years, $84 million, and they got Sam Darnold, 1 year, $11.5. So it's going to be Sam Darnold and Trey Lance duking it out.
And Purdy.
If he's back and ready. They're talking about he might not even be back for half the season. So we'll see what happens with that. But they didn't make any other major splash signings. And then Seattle, they re-signed Geno, 3 years, $75 million. That's a great deal for him and the team. Defensive tackle Tremont Jones, 3 years, $51 million. Jaron Reed, 2 years, $10.8 million. He is who I named my second Born son after
I wanted
Jaron.
Jaron Reed out of the draft angle front.
Yeah, named him after that dude. Not because I like him. I just love the name, Jaron. Tampa Bay, they picked up cornerback Camille Dean, 4 years, 52, and Baker Mayfield, 1 year, $8.5 million, and Levante David, 1 year, $7 million. Why couldn't we get
Levante David sweepstakes until he got signed?
I would have loved to grab Levante David.
Oh my gosh, bro!
But he's not really as good as he was. But I still think he's definitely upgrade for us.
Oh.
He just has to be better than what we've had.
That's it.
He was.
And the Titans wrapping this up. Offensive tackle Andre Dillon, 3 years, 29. No other major signings for them. Defensive lineman Arden Key, 3 years, 21 million. Titans kind of played it low key. A couple comments. Yam says, I'm happy with Jacoby, but low key I wanted Cooper. Marcus says, but Washington still hasn't restructured contracts, and we still have veteran who can't get released after June 1st. Yeah, they can do a lot of the post-June 1st designation to save some money, so it's not as much dead cap money. That's kind of how it works with the post-1 June stuff. So,
because we still had plenty of money to play with. Once we get off the way, you got to remember, free agency comes in waves. Right now, the market's kind of been set. So now some of these star players, when the second and third waves of free agency hit, they're going to put in their, basically they know what their market value is going to be. They know what they can ask for. So if we didn't get who you wanted to get and they're still out there, be patient.
There's always opportunities. Time. You never know. Anything could happen. Not saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to be our quarterback, but
he's not.
Drop that beat, Terrence. That's right.
Lamar's not their quarterback.
Who knows? This free agency has only been going on for 2 days. It opened up on Tuesday, and it's Thursday. So who knows what's going to happen? This is why they call it free agent frenzy, the free agent tender. I was going to say free agent frenzy, but everyone's using that term. So it's a little bit played out. Let's try to go for a different route. But who knows? Lot of football transactions to happen, and who knows,
we still have a draft,
in April coming up. But we want to thank you for sticking with us through this show. Been fun. We probably could have kept going because these topics are very very dynamic and very thought-provoking. You know what I mean? We all have our opinions, and it's good stuff. We love this team, and that's how it is. But thank you for everyone who jumped in the chat and joined with us. We had Marcus, Terrence, Yam. We had Aaron from Facebook. Shotguns popped in for a hot second. We had Greg Delaney. We had Caleb joining from YouTube. Our boy Mean Green, Terrence. We had a few other, I think that was it. We had jump in tonight. Oh, Joe Bernard from YouTube as well. Thank you very much for joining. Aaron Scher also from Facebook. So, hey, it was a good episode. You can always find this on any of your audio podcast platform. Just search it. You'll find Command This. You'll see us there, and we're always there on YouTube too. So,
and after today's breaking news that we broke at the top of the show,
boom, boom, boom.
Everybody sing with me. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey.
Hi, Dan.
What if you found out he secretly moved the team to Kentucky and he was just getting a head start?
Yeah. Yam says, "I
flower us like the Colts."
Yam says, "I look forward to the replay shortly. Got to get on for some hot pop culture chat or something sometime." Yeah, we will. Yam, I will hit you up, man. We will bring you on one way, shape, or form. I don't know what the time zone is. We'll make it work. We will figure it out just for you, brother, all the way around the world. We'll figure it out. Aaron says, good show. We'll try to get on next one. I'm excited so far. And supposedly Snyder has packed up. Yeah, that's right. We broke the show with that Snyder was packing up and he was gone. Marcus, thank you for joining us as Later Family. We appreciate you. Go check out his Sports View 2 Facebook group. Always pushing
all the news. Content. That's where it is.
Anybody else got any shout outs before we close this thing down?
Shout out to the guys packing up the boxes at Commanders Park.
Drop all their shit. Drop their shit. They ain't got no trophies to break. So
hold up. Since Dan bought the team in 1999, we have how many division titles? 2?
No.
One.
99, 2012, 2015, 2020. Wait, four. And 6 playoff.
To his credit, that's about as much as everybody else got. That motherfucker, except the Super Bowl winning ones.
Except for Jack can't cook.
Yeah.
That's true.
You
got any closing remarks, Kev?
No. Edward Bennett Williams. We were successful because that was when Edward Bennett Williams was the owner when George Allen came in. So
I'm saying he got just as many as anybody in any division got since he's been here.
Except for the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm saying except that Super Bowl run the Eagles went on.
Mm-hmm.
Since he's been there, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you much. We appreciate it. Last 4 comments. Oscar Urbina, you just joined late. What's up, man? From YouTube. Go check the replay, bro. We had a fantastic episode tonight. Talked about all the free agency moves. Dan packing up, leaving, and we hit up on all the NFL free agents that got picked up, re-signed, stuff like that. So shout out to all the Commanders fans, just like Aaron Scher said. Yes, shout out to you guys. Don't worry, Oscar. Go catch it on the replay, bro, and leave some comments in the chat, man. We'll make sure we answer them and address them. That way it's not, we won't leave you hanging. Promise we'll respond for sure. All right, everyone. Thank you much. We love you guys. As always, peace. And hail. We out.